Good morning. Merry Christmas. We're going to wait a few minutes because it's not quite 7 and I'm getting my socks on. And I wanted to give people a chance to know that I'm here. Merry Christmas. Hey guys. Y'all, let's wait a few seconds. Diane, I sent you a message. I don't think you saw it. I am here today for the people that are in left field, depressed, maybe because they don't have family, maybe that they're in a nursing home, maybe that, I don't know, that are in a fight with their family. I'm here for those people today. If, I have my shirt on inside out. I have my shirt on inside out. Oh my goodness. I am here for those people because there has been Christmases that I've been in your shoes. And I'm fixing to get ready because we're going to Shane's mom's house today. But I woke up this morning and I will tell you that normally I'm the one needing people to go live on Christmas Day. Normally I'm in left field, and normally I set these expectations of what I want Christmas to be like, and it's never like that. This year is the first year in a very long time that it's a good day. It's a good day. And I think the reason it's different this year is because I'm better. I feel like this year, I feel like I'm better than I've ever been. And I feel like it's because of y'all. So if you are in left field, like I normally am, I want you to recognize how you feel today. Recognize that what kind of place you're in, even if you're not in left field. I say tomorrow, write on a sheet of paper how you feel today. Whether you're happy, what are you happy about? What, are you depressed? Do you miss your family? What are you feeling? And then for the next 365 days, make a commitment to get better. Now, understand that a commitment to get better means just that. It is a commitment to better yourself. It doesn't happen naturally. It doesn't happen because you get a new boyfriend, or it doesn't happen because you get a new grandbaby. Those are temporary happiness. They're not long lasting. To better yourself, it is a commitment at working at yourself every single day. So, write down how you feel today. Are you happy? Are you sad? What are the things that is on your head today? Is it, write all this down. That's what I want you to do. And again, I am live today for the people that need it, okay? Because I've been there. And I want you to write down how you feel. I want you to start journaling how you feel. Like, did you wake up in left field? How are you over able to overcome the day. And the commitment is your journaling, and the commitment is joining us live on Mondays and Wednesdays. Now, understand something. Understand something. Things come up where you cannot join on Monday and Wednesdays. Maybe it's a doctor's appointment, maybe you're sick, and that's understandable. But a commitment to get better is something that you have to continue to work on every day. And it's not that I have all the answers, because I don't. I don't. But a commitment is just that. It's a commitment. So you have to say, you know what? I am in left field for the last time Christmas. Okay? Does that mean just because I am having a good day, I woke up and I'm having a good day? I think it's because instead of, I could sit here and tell you some sob stories. My brother's in jail at Christmas. My brother didn't sign the paperwork. I could tell you all this negative crap that's going on in my life. But I think my focus this Christmas is the reason for the Christmas. Like, we don't celebrate Christmas for a Christmas tree or gifts. I mean, yes, Christmas is being with family, but the true meaning of Christmas is none of that, right? I mean, the true meaning behind Christmas is the birth of Christ. And I'm reminded today that I have new friendships because God put you in front of me, or put me in front of you, you know? And I have Sneed's Farmhouse not because of anything great and wonderful I did, because I've never wanted a chicken, more or less a donkey or a pig. It's because this is what God is wanting me to do. So I feel like my focus is in the right place this year. It's never like that. It's never like that. But I just felt like this morning I was like, should I go live? It's Christmas Day. Who's going to be here? But I'm like, you know what? If there's one person that's sitting at their house by themselves, or sitting in a nursing home by themselves, and they're depressed, I'm going to be there for that one person, because I get you. I get you. I was there for a long time. A long time. And a lot of you have heard my stories about Christmas and how my kids have never opened up Santa Claus in front of me, and how in left field that was, and how Mom always made Christmas special. And then when she had the stroke, that was all gone. And then there was a lot of just trauma. And I had to learn a new way of living. And I had to get these expectations. No, I needed to quit setting expectations that it was going to be this way for Christmas. I had the expectation of Shane hunting, me being here by myself. That's what I envisioned, and I was prepared for that, and none of that happened. So, if you are in left field this morning, or you don't have family, I want you to know that you do have, replace I don't have any family to I have family. There are backup dancers. I think it says 47. There are 47 people here with you right now. You do have family. You do. On social media. And if you don't feel a connection on social media, it's because you haven't applied yourself. Let me tell you what I'm talking about. There are people on my live every single day. And if you're the type of person that sits in the background and never comments and never interacts with these backup dancers, you're missing out. You're missing out. Because you will develop friendships like no other. And the reason I know, the reason I'm telling you this is because I have met some of the best people on social media. So if you're lonely because you're choosing to be lonely. Because there are people here that are kind and loving and that care whether you show up to the live or not. There are people waiting in the chat room on YouTube waiting to talk to you. They're waiting to see your face. They're waiting to see your name pop up and go, wait. And then when you are consistent and you're on the chat and you're not there one day, people start worrying about you. They're like, oh my gosh, wait a minute. Where's Angie? She's here all the time. Where is Mary? Where is Becky? Where is Heidi? Wait a minute. She didn't tell us she had a doctor's appointment. And if Heidi doesn't show up to my lives, people care. People are asking, they're messaging me. Have you heard from Heidi? She's not here today. And we expect you to say, hey, I have a doctor's appointment, because we start worrying about you. It is a connection like no other. So if you're lonely and you are on my lives and you're sitting in the background, you're missing out. You're sitting it out. You know, when I talk about sitting it out and dancing, you're sitting it out. You're here, but you're not here. You're here. You're here as in, like, I'm trying to think how I want to say this. Not everyone is vocal like me. Like, everybody ain't gonna tell their business on social media. You know, it's hard to do that. And you don't have to tell your business. You don't have to. But believe it or not, there are people that are really bad on social media, that are mean and ugly. I don't really find that here at 7 o'clock in the morning. The crazies are not here at 7 o'clock in the morning. They're not here to bash you or to bug you or to scam you. People here at 7 o'clock in the morning are serious people. I feel like. To make a commitment to get up in the morning, to make a commitment to be here on Christmas Day, those aren't usually the crazies, okay? I mean, basically, I'm trying to think how to talk. My bottom line is, if you're lonely, you're choosing to be lonely. If you're on social media, you're making a choice to sit it out and be lonely. It's crazy to think about meeting some of the best friends on social media. It does. I mean, like, if you're a person that has older children, they're probably like, Mama, be careful. Daddy, be careful on social media. Don't be giving money. And I'm going to tell you the same thing. Don't be giving money to anyone. Okay? Don't always fall for people's sob stories. Don't. You don't have to give anything to be here. It doesn't cost a dime to go on live and develop friendships. It doesn't. And if you're wondering, if you're like, hey, you know, someone keeps talking to me that wants to be friends with me, Aunt Judy, is this person legit? Is that Diane Wood legit? My phone number and my address are all over the internet because I'm open to the public. Okay? You can text me and go, is that Diane Wood? Is she legit? And I will tell you, I've developed friendships here, and I can tell you if somebody's a legit person or not. Oh, that didn't hurl. I just want you to know, Merry Christmas, and you're not alone. That's what I want you to know. I wish I could play some Christmas music and let you know that you're not alone, but I'll get in trouble and they'll shut me down on Facebook and YouTube if I play Christmas music. But just know that you're not alone. If you're alone, it's because you're choosing to be alone. Because we're here with you. We're here with you. It's going to be okay. And if you're not good this Christmas, that's okay. You'll be better next Christmas because you're going to make a commitment this. You know how it's like, you know how, I don't know if this makes sense, but like if you're jacked up, let's just say about your weight and you're like, oh gosh, I wish I could get serious about losing weight. I just can't. Okay. I just can't do. But then when you make up your mind, okay, I just joined Weight Watchers. I paid the money. I'm going to do it. You feel better. You're like, okay, I'm going to do this. And it's like the stress and the anxiety of going, I can do this. Believe it or not, Judy, you can do this. And when you make the commitment, you feel better. You're like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make a commitment to be healthy this year. What does healthy look like? Well, you know what? Healthy is going to look different on every single one of us. It's going to look different, you know, because we're all made differently. You know, we're all have different personalities and, you know, we all struggle with something different. Being the best version of yourself, again, requires a commitment. But once you make up your mind, once you sit here and go, you know what? I ain't doing this crap next year. I ain't going to sit here on the couch and be upset Christmas morning. Next year, there's going to be a new sheriff in town and I'm going to do things differently. Okay. Once you make up your mind that you're never going to be like this again, believe it or not, you'll start making steps in the right direction. And then next Christmas rolls around, you're going to be better because you're going to make a commitment. I always, you know, as New Year's is coming up, you make New Year's resolutions. I don't know. I struggle with the whole New Year's resolution thing because it's like we do, you know how we are. We do it for like a week. No, I'm going to make a New Year's resolution. I'm going to start baking bread. And then like you make it one time and you make, okay, well, I did it. I'm not doing it no more because I realized I'm not really a bread eater at home. If I eat bread, it's like I want to go to Logan. No, what's that restaurant that has the honey butter? Oh, Jim and Nick's. If I eat bread, I do not want to eat homemade bread at home. I want to go to Jim and Nick's and get honey butter and cheese biscuits. I realize that. Shane and I, if I go through the trouble of making homemade bread, we're going to eat it that night when it comes out of the oven, and that's it. I realize that. So I made these New Year's resolutions last year to be a better wife, meaning to be more homemade. And I did do good. I did do that. I just realized that making bread was not for me. That's what I realized. Chris doesn't even know I'm live. Chris is probably in the bed asleep. I didn't tell him. I don't really tell him when I go live just because, I don't know. I don't want to, you know, if he wants to sleep late, I don't want to be bugging him. But as you approach the new year and you think about making a New Year's resolution, don't set yourself up for failure. Don't. Because it's depressing to set yourself up for failure. So what kind of New Year's resolutions should we be? I feel like a New Year's resolution should be like, this year, I don't know. Let me think. Something that you can stick with, like, and it has to be something that you can work at daily. It's not like I'm going to save $5,000 this year, let's just say. And then for Christmas, I'm going to go on a cruise. Okay, yes, you can do that. But if you don't save $5,000, are you going to be in left field come to the end of the year? Well, last year for New Year's resolution, I said I was going to go on a cruise and save $5,000, and I didn't do any of it. I did not do the first thing. So when you think about it, I don't know. I feel like it should be more vague. Like, what do I need to work on this year? I need to work on, like Judy says, being the best version of myself. What does that even look like? What does the best version of myself even look like? Well, let's think about it. Let's think about it for just a minute. The best version of yourself, what do I tell you? What do I tell you is the best version of yourself? There's 4 things that has to be healthy. Do y'all remember? To be the best version of yourself, you have to be mentally stable, spiritually stable, physically stable, and emotionally stable to stay like this. Meaning, to stay in balance, to be the best version of yourself, you have to be working at 4 things. And it's a daily walk, because you're going to constantly get out of balance, because we're human beings, you know? So, like, if you think about it just a minute, to be the best version of yourself, imagine if, let's say you work on yourself mentally first, and you're like, I am mentally a train wreck. Get in line, girl. We all are. Okay. So what do you need to do to work on yourself mentally? Well, first of all, I recommend going to counseling, consulting a counselor, a professional, saying, hey, my New Year's resolution is to make an appointment with a counselor because I need to work on myself mentally. I need to work on all these demons that are in the closet. I need to work on all this PTSD from when I was a child. I need to be a better wife, a better mother, a better friend. So what do I need to do to fix these things? How do I live with someone that drives me crazy every single day? How can I be happy living with a person that drives me insane every day? Get in line. They all drive us crazy. Okay. We could sit here and talk about our spouses. And when you live with someone, they drive you crazy because they're not like you. Right? So how do you do that? Well, a professional counselor can help you with all that. So that's the first thing. And then what happens is when you start getting better mentally, you're more mentally prepared to set goals. So then you can say, what is my spiritual life like? You know, what do I need to do to get myself spiritually fed? I mean, whoever you serve, whether it's God, I don't know, Buddha, whoever, you need to go work on yourself spiritually. Because I will tell you that living in this world, if you don't realize why you have the things that you have, if you constantly say, look what I've done, imagine me. Y'all, look what I've accomplished. Wow, look at me. I have Steve's farmhouse. I have all these. I did all this by myself, all of it. I'm missing my blessing. I'm missing my blessing if I think that I'm strong enough to have a following or Sneed's farmhouse or do the things that I do. I am totally missing the blessing. And I am walking around with a big old fat head if I think that I'm capable of accomplishing all that has happened to me in the past 5 years. Because I tell you that Judy doesn't have the strength to do that. Judy wakes up in left field most days. So how do I get the strength and the determination and the motivation to get my butt up and dance? Well, it sure ain't from this brain of mine. I can tell you that. I can tell you that. Sometimes I wished that I could pull my brother, my oldest brother, my children, my ex-husband, my kid's dad too. I don't call him my ex-husband, but he is. I wished I could get them all live and say, tell them about me. Tell them about what I was like as a sister growing up. My stepmom. Tell them what it was like to raise me in high school. And every single one of them, I think, would say, she was a nightmare. She cried all the time. Out of all 3 kids that I raised, she was the most difficult because I was. Nobody knew what to do with me. And so if I sat here and told you that it was me that had the determination and the strength and the motivation to keep going, I would miss my blessing. So once I worked on myself mentally, then I need to figure out me spiritually and realize how the things that are happening to me have happened. How did I get better? How did I end up in a hospital? How did I end up graduating in the hospital my senior year? How did all that happen? I have to go to counseling and figure out what the happened to me. Like, what the heck? This girl that had everything going for her was depressed. I had to go figure it out. So once I worked on myself mentally, I was strong enough to work on myself spiritually. Then, physically, I've always been in left field because I've always, dealt with self-image and crap like that. So then when I have to say, I realize that for some reason, when I eat wrong, I swell up. I feel terrible about myself. It puts me in depression. It leads me to a dark place. So what do I need to do physically to keep myself balanced? And how do I get the determination and the motivation to keep making good decisions? Because Judy is not strong enough. So then I begin to work on myself physically. And I have to pull my strength from the person that created me because I'm not strong enough to eat right every day. I am out of control, especially with sweets. If there are donuts in my house, I have to sit and eat every single, if there's a dozen donuts in my house, chocolate cream filled donuts, okay? I have to sit here and eat every single one of them, or all I do is think about them. I either have to throw them in the garbage. They can't sit on my counter for 2 days. They cannot. My brain, it's almost like an addiction. And my brain just, oh my God, I got to eat them. If there's ice cream in the house, I'm the same way. I will sit. I can remember getting up in the middle of the night to eat ice cream because I kept thinking about it being in the freezer. That's crazy. So then, when I recognize my behavior in food, I need to go work with my counselor on my behavior is so janked up when it comes to eating. And this is what I do. And I have to sit and tell her, if there's donuts in the house, I eat all 12 donuts within seconds, and then I feel like I want to vomit. But I can't get my mind off the food when it's here. It's present. It's like this addiction that I can't explain. I'm crazy. I have to go talk to my counselor about it, and I had to figure out where this comes from. Because if I don't, I can't work on myself physically, because physically I'm a train wreck. So, worked on myself mentally, worked on myself spiritually, working on myself physically. Now it's time for your emotions. My emotions are so janked up. My emotions lie to me. My emotions tell me that Shane don't care about me. I'm all alone. I feel sorry for myself half the time. My emotions are just all over the map. And I have to recognize when it happens. Like I told you, my biggest fear is, oh my gosh, I'm going to be homeless. And I have to recognize, why am I feeling like this? Why am I feeling like this? Where is this fear coming from? And what do I need to do to fix this emotion that is lying to me? Because I've learned that I cannot trust my emotions. You know, I've said this before, but it's called dialect. And basically, let's just say, okay, I'm going to give you an example. Right now, it is Christmas morning, and my husband is hunting. So, my emotions go, he could care 2 craps about me. He does not care. He is so, oh my gosh. Hunting is over everything. Oh my God. I could sit here and let my emotions run wild like that. But that's not the truth. So when my emotions go in left field, I have to go stop, pause, and check the facts. Okay, Judy, let's break this down and check the facts. Does Shane not care about you? Really, yes, Shane loves me. Okay, so you saying Shane don't give 2 craps about you is an emotion that you're stuck in, this emotion that's not real. He does care about you. So I have to check the facts, because I will be in left field running like Forrest Gump, making rash decisions over an emotion that's not real, because I'm stuck in emotional warfare with myself. And I had to go learn that, because my brain is extreme one way or the other. He is either the best husband in the whole wide world. Oh my gosh, he came in here this morning. Shane is not a gift giver. Okay, he doesn't give gifts. And this morning he had me a gift, which is rare, like that he actually thought of a gift and ordered it. And anyway, so he come in here this morning. He was like, "Ho ho ho, Merry Christmas!" He starts pretending like he's Santa Claus, bringing me this gift, and he's so excited to give me this gift. And I mean, I was laughing at him doing it. So after he gives me the gift, he's like, "Okay, I'm going to sit in the woods." And it's like, did he just give me that gift so that I give him, like, not be mad at him for going in the woods? Like, what the heck? You know? But I have to learn who Shane is. He's a weirdo. He's a straight up weirdo. I have to understand this hunting thing. It's weird to me. My dad did not hunt. My brothers did not hunt. Like I don't know if I don't even remember my grandparents hunting. I grew up with a single mom, right? So like, we didn't do that stuff. So like this whole hunting and being so serious about hunting is so weird to me. It's just weird. Does that mean it's wrong? No. I don't know where my stuff is. If you're going to be married to Shane, you have to accept the fact that he's a straight up weirdo when it comes to hunting. And hunting comes once a year, and we go into shutdown. I mean, there is nothing more important to him than being in the woods. And why? I think that Shane's brain runs faster than mine. And when Shane sits in the woods, and when he comes out of the woods, he's so nice. Like he's not a butthole. But when he ain't in the woods, he's a butthole. So like I've learned to enjoy when he goes to the woods because he's a nicer husband, because he gets to mindfulness. and he actually slows down and he thinks. Now Shane is not a hunter. He calls himself a hunter, but he's not. I bet you I've learned this rule with hunting. And the rule is you do not shoot anything on your property. You watch. He just sits in the woods and watches deer. I bought this new, I think it's a lip liner. I think it's like lipstick and a lip liner because it has a point on it. I just thought it was a pretty color. And I was in Walgreens waiting on my prescription to be filled. And I went and looked in the makeup department. Some women, including myself in the past, tried to change my spouse because I didn't like the way he was. And I would, try to change him. I used to be very, what's the word? Insecure, where I depended on my spouse for my happiness. Like that's how I was. And Shane has taught me how to be more independent. And I don't really depend on Shane for my happiness. And so that has, Shane and I don't have to be around each other 24/7. That's not who we are. So when it comes to hunting and stuff, I've learned to make a vacation of it myself. Go, praise Jesus, he's going hunting. I don't have to cook. I don't even have to wash my hair. I don't have to bathe if I don't want to. I can sit here and look like who'da thunk it and not even make the bed or eat cereal for dinner, and I am having a ball. I've learned to take that time to myself. It's a time for me to unwind and me to be nicer. So, like, I'm a nicer person, I feel like, when I take the time to realize the things that I need to work on to be a better wife and a mother and a friend. So, I hope that this holiday season, you will recognize the things that you need to work on. What do you need to work on? If you're sitting here depending on your spouse, your family to make you happy, you're in a lose. You're setting yourself up for some major disappointment. But you gotta realize what you need. Like, what is wrong with you today? What is making you sad? I had to realize it's the loss of my parents that makes me sad. It's and I'm watching my children go through it right now because they're now approaching 30. And you know how, like, the moment you stop getting presents from Santa Claus or you stop getting birthday money from your parents, you're like, does no one care about me? Does anybody see that today is my birthday? No one gave me anything. No, you know what I'm talking about? Like, when you're a kid and your parents make a big deal of your birthday, you have special birthday parties, all your friends come over, you get gifts out the wazoo, you get special cake and ice cream, everyone stops what they're doing, eyes are on you on your birthday. That's how we raise our children. And then when the day comes and grandparents no longer give you a present, no one stops to give you a special day, you're like, my birthday sucks. And my kids are starting to do this. And I feel so sorry for them. But I'm the type of mother, I'm Jane Glasscock, which is my mom. My mom made a big deal of my birthday until the day she got sick. Like, I told you, Easter morning, the Easter bunny was leaving baskets on my front door and I was married. Okay. Larry and my mother would go around and leave a basket from the Easter bunny, and I was 30 years old. Okay. That was how and I and my mom made over. My kids will always get a Christmas present, birthday present. They're always going to get that from me because I was raised by my mother. But they're learning, like their birthday coming. Do you know that no one did anything for my birthday? Honey, you're growing up. Welcome to being an adult. Welcome to being an adult. You have now graduated to being an adult. You no longer get a special cake. You no longer get a birthday party. You, like, grandparents don't do anything special. It's terrible to be an adult. It's no fun. Being a kid during the holidays, your birthday, Christmas, is so much better. And I think we as adults, if you sat and go, why am I janked up this holiday season? I guarantee you that you're sitting here going, I miss childhood. I miss leaving cookies and milk out for Santa and going to bed. And we woke up at the crack of dawn to go run into the living room. And Santa had left all these gifts, and Mama and Dad were there, and grandparents were there. And we used to go to grandmother's after we opened Santa, and she made the best breakfast, and that's what we did. And the aunts and uncles would come over, and it was just that's what probably is wrong with you, is you're grieving the loss of being a child. There's nothing more wonderful when everyone stops and says, it's your birthday. We're going to have a party for you, and we're going to invite all your friends, and we're going to have a petting zoo, and it's going to be a special day for you. And then you become an adult, and no one does that. And it's hard to come to acceptance that you're an old fart now. And Mama, Daddy are not here anymore, and there's no Santa Claus. You're like, didn't you wish there really was a Santa Claus? You mean to tell me there's no Santa Claus? It's like, and we grieve the loss of being a child and having our family around. Because every one of us could sit here probably and talk about what it was like at Christmas, your Christmas traditions. And you're grieving that. And that's why you're probably janked up this Christmas morning. So how do you fix that so it doesn't happen again? I think the first thing is recognizing what is wrong with you. Why aren't you sitting on the couch sobbing at Christmas? What is wrong? That's the first step, is being aware of what's wrong. And I think it's normal to grieve as an adult for your parents, for Santa Claus, like the excitement. I think it's normal. And then you get to the point where, this is sad, but I'll be 54 this year, and I have zero desire to put up a Christmas tree in my house. And I'm like, what is wrong with me? But as you start getting older, you start realizing that Christmas is just not the same. It's just, I don't know. I did decorate the education center, which brought me happiness. But there is not one Christmas decoration inside this house. And as a matter of fact, this week, I've been taking down Christmas every day in the education center. I've taken all my Christmas stuff down. It's all in the side-by-side ready to go into the attic. Because I'm the type of person that wants to start decorating in October, and I'm sick of it by Christmas. I think when my kids start having kids, because, my children don't have any kids. And I think when my children start having kids, I think that my life will change when it comes to the holidays, because then, I can be like, with Shane has a daughter that has 2 kids, and I am a grandmother to them, but I really have to be careful because they're not my children, right? And I kind of have to let Shane lead us and guide us when it comes to his children. When it's my children, I can bust up and go, oh, no, 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 you're not doing this. I'm doing, like I can be more direct with them. But when it comes to my stepchildren, I'm more careful. I kind of let Shane, because that's his children, and I kind of let him guide us. And he doesn't do things the way I would do things. I would be Jane Glasscock and have 45 gifts for everybody under the tree. But Shane puts the brakes on that. But when it comes to me being able to control something like my own children, I think things will be different. So this morning, we're going to Shane's mom's for breakfast. And we're supposed to leave the house in 15 minutes. Shane is in the woods. I'm putting on my makeup. Larry's probably still asleep. And I haven't let the animals out. This is going to go well. This is going to go well. Again, I went live for the people that needed it because I get you. I totally get you. I have never worn these overalls. They're little corduroy overalls. I decided to wear them for Christmas. And I'm going to go let the animals out, and they're probably going to be muddy. I'm going to wear my chicken earrings. Somebody gave me these last year for Christmas, but I can't remember who it was. Ooh. Ow! Oh, it ain't in right or something. Ow, shoot. There we go. Should I wear my hair up? I'm going to let y'all go. Merry Christmas, backup dancers. You have made my life so special, and I really feel like that you're the one who has helped me overcome the fact I get janked up every year. It was very special to me this year because my children and I we went out to eat, and they were playing Christmas music, and I swear that was the best night of my life. There's nothing better than all your children being in the same room. Just saying. I love my kids like so much. I always tell them I'm their biggest cheerleader. I feel like you've helped me get to where I am today, and I thank you for it. And again, if you're sitting home alone at Christmas, you have a choice to make the whole day a train wreck, which I've done, so I get you. But you also have the choice to be happy and remember why we even celebrate Christmas. It really has nothing to do with Santa. It really doesn't have anything to do with gifts. It has to deal with the birth of Christ. And if you sat and think about all your blessings that you've had over the past year, that sadness could bring you joy. Because you're here. You're here another day, and you have the choice from now on to make a difference in someone's life and not so much concentrate on all the negative. When you sit on the couch and you think about, oh my gosh, my brother's in jail. Oh my gosh, my mother is dead. Oh my, all that crap, that's sitting it out. Dancing is embracing what you need to change about yourself. Okay, you're janked up this Christmas. Embrace it. Fix it. What do you need to change so that next year is not like this? What do you need to change? You can't change other people. All you can change is yourself. So what do you need to do? Okay, Monday morning, I'm going to make a counseling appointment. I am going to make a commitment to making new friends. Making new friends is literally sitting behind the computer commenting. Good morning, Diane. Good morning, Jane. Good morning, Becky. Good morning, Mary. Good morning, Cynthia. Getting out of your comfort zone to develop a friend so you don't feel all alone. You're feeling all alone because you're choosing to be all alone. But you have a choice. It may be a little difficult to get out of your comfort zone, but I promise you, if you will get out of your comfort zone and try something new, which is what majority of my YouTube videos are about, is me getting out of my comfort zone, getting on the tractor, me getting out of my comfort zone and dancing in front of a crowd, me getting out of my comfort zone and reading in front of hundreds of people, me getting out of my comfort zone, going to this festival by myself. Those are things I'm doing that is not comfortable for me. Okay. I'm doing this with you. I'm going, okay, I'll do it if you do it. It's getting out of your comfort zone, because when you don't get out of your comfort zones, when you find yourself lonely sitting on the couch, when you try something new, you'll be amazed. You might like it. You might go, I will never do this again. But you don't know unless you try. So, this Christmas morning, I hope that you'll remember why we celebrate Christmas. And I hope that you will change your attitude. If you're sad, know that your Aunt Judy is here with you, and I get it. I will be here Monday morning and we'll talk about it. And we'll just take one step at a time each time I come live to go, what can we do different today that we didn't do yesterday? And that's what I call dance. Merry Christmas. I love you guys. Have a great day. Bye.